And now the world economy. It is set for more troubling times. The World Bank has just cut down its already low growth forecast for the year. The U.S. China trade war and Brexit are threatening to deal a lethal blow to the global economy. All said and done, India continues to be an outlier. But India too has its own demons to face. This report tells you more.
The World Bank has slashed its global growth forecast for this year to 2.6%. This is a climb down from the 2.9% announced in January. The World Bank report read, and I quote, "Global growth in 2019 has been downgraded to 2.6%, 0.3 percentage point below previous projection, reflecting the broad-based weakness observed during the first half of this year, including a further deceleration in investment amid rising trade tensions." Unquote. So what is causing this slowdown? The bank has listed many factors. The top reason is the U.S. China trade war. Washington and Beijing have been locked in a trade dispute since the beginning of this year. The two countries have slapped each other with sanctions. The US has even blacklisted China's tech giant Huawei, accusing it of spying. And Beijing is now expected to retaliate with a similar blacklist. The International Monetary Fund recently predicted that trade tensions between the two countries will reduce about 0.3% of the global GDP. All of this, coupled with Washington's protectionist trade policy, is expected to take a toll on global trade. The result? Slower economic growth. Factor number 2 is Brexit. Some experts say that a no-deal Brexit could have a severe impact on the United Kingdom, and that could affect Britain's European trading partners in the event of disruptions and delays at the border. Financial stability could be impacted too. Other factors include the build-up of government debt and slowdowns that were deeper than expected in several major economies. If the World Bank numbers turn out to be true, then the global trade growth in 2019 would be the weakest since the 2008 global financial crisis. But what is interesting is that despite a grim global outlook, the World Bank has not changed its numbers for India. The World Bank has retained projections for India's economic growth at 7.5% for the current financial year. Not just that, the World Bank also pegged the growth at the same 7.5% for the next 2 years as well. For India, a growth of 7.5% is pretty good, given that its economy grew just 6.8% in the previous year. Growth had further plunged to 5.8% in the last 3 months of the previous financial year. That was a 5-year low. However, despite steady economic growth, investments are expected to receive a setback this year. The World Bank said that the investment rate in India is expected to grow at a slower pace in 2019 than in 2018. The report even had a reference to the Pulwama terror attack and the Balakot airstrike. It said, and I quote, "Skirmishes between India and Pakistan in February are a reminder that latent geopolitical tensions can flare up at any time." Unquote. Bureau Report, Wion, World is One.